presentation of Red Hat and our best practices, as well as of our partners and our sponsors, which I don't want to forget to mention that they have made it possible for us to make this event that you are experiencing today. I want to mention HP, obviously, and Intel, our platinum sponsors. Don't forget to go to the exhibition area later on the first and second level, where you can speak to our partners and to my colleagues. There's actually three messages that I want you all to take away, at least when you leave today. The first message is that when you look at clouds, when you look at a cloud architecture, make sure that you do not step into the new lock-in trap. There's many organizations nowadays who are working on clouds, offering clouds architectures, but the main thing that you need to keep in mind is that you don't step into that trap again, that you get locked in like with the other proprietary software. So that's message number one. I won't elaborate on that. My other speakers who are coming later on will talk about that a bit more. The other message is, don't create another silo in your IT infrastructure when you want to engage with new clouds. Again, clouds is about saving costs, about time to market, it's about making things more simple. And if you create another silo, you're going against that. The third message I want to give you is, it's actually a really nice one, I think. Who of you followed the news last week about Red Hat? Has anybody picked up on something? Some of you. I'm really proud to say that we crossed the $1 billion mark in terms of revenue. And that's great news for Red Hat. We're all thrilled about that. But the underlying message here is that it's a great success for enterprise open source. It shows that more and more companies believe in open source and see the value of open source and are investing heavily in open source. And personally, I can't wait to see the next open source, enterprise open source company that will break that barrier. Who am I? My name is Rajiv Sodhi. I'm the country manager for the Benelux countries. And in the Benelux, we are roughly about 45 people. We have offices in Antwerp and soon in Amsterdam. We're currently still in Amersfoort. And let me tell you a little bit more about Red Hat. For the ones who don't know Red Hat, this is roughly I would say a summary of where we came from and where we are right now. I think many of you probably don't even realize that we've been around for about 20 years almost. We started off as a Linux distribution, and we moved on to enterprise Linux, and slowly we developed into a company, an enterprise open source company, where we have acquired JBoss, we have acquired Kubernetes for virtualization, we have middleware now, we have now recently acquired a company called Gluster, which opens up our possibilities in the storage space. And if you look where we are now, we have everything that you need to build your own cloud, your open enterprise cloud infrastructure. And that's why you're here today, and we would like to share our visions, our best practices with you, together with our partners. For those, again, who don't know us very well, we do 4 things. Actually, now it's 5 things. We are in the cloud business, middleware business, virtualization business, and still the operating system business, which is the largest part of our business still. And storage has just been added to that. We do things the open source way. Open source should not be a goal for you or for us, but open source is a development model. That's how we create our products. If you look at us, Holland, Benelux, we're 45 people worldwide, we're 4,500 people, and still we manage to build software that competes with the big names in the market with proprietary software. And more companies are actually convinced in our software and buying it. And we do it the open source way. Why? Because we believe it's it drives innovation better, it's more cost effective. If you look at the number of people that are working on it, tens of thousands of people are working on our software, whereas we are only 4,500 people. As well as the quality. And what's interesting for you, of course, is that it's the best price performance you can get in the market. And partners as well as customers actually have a say in the development, so our products meet our customers' demands more. For most of you, it's probably not news. This is an important slide just to show what the opportunities at the moment. This is just one of the many slides that you will probably have seen on the internet or in other sessions about the cloud opportunity. What I like about this one in particular is it shows that in an IDC report that 70%, more than 70% of respondents actually believe that about 30% of the IT organizations will be cloud providers in any kind of form. And the main thing is it's by 2014, so that's like tomorrow, almost. This is a great opportunity for us as Red Hat, it's a great opportunity for our partners, and it's also a great opportunity for our customers, but also a challenge, because you have to make the right choices here. And I hope today, again, you get information that you need to make those right choices about selecting the right technology for your open cloud. This is a sheet you'll probably see a couple of times today. I'm not going to go into much depth here, but the message is mainly that you see our two main offerings, components for cloud that we can deliver to you. But you'll get more information on that in the breakout sessions and in the other presentations. So OpenShift and Cloud Forms. And the next slides would be the agenda, because that's the reason why I'm standing here. One thing I forgot to mention is that I was scared actually that I would not be able to perform this presentation, and that's why my telephone is on. Hopefully the only one in the room, because my wife is about to give birth, so I'm scared that. It's not happened yet, I think. Thank you. Anyway, going back to the agenda, it's really a very interesting agenda for you all, and I can invite you all to stay as long as possible and learn. The keynote speaker is Margaret. She will follow after me. Margaret Rimler. She is VP for integrated product marketing. She's actually in the team of Scott Crenshaw, who some of you may have seen during our open source conference a couple of months back. She's going to talk about the success strategies of cloud, and again, she's going to give you a lot of, I would say, input on what you need to think about when you decide on the right strategy for your own organization. The next speaker after the coffee break will be Torben Sebens. He is responsible for our system integrators and for cloud within EMEA. He's going to talk about the value of open cloud. And open, again, is the key word here. So, again, very interesting to listen to that. In the break, like I said, don't forget to go to the first and the second floor to see the exhibitions and our sponsors. And take the time to network and to speak to our customers, to our partners, and to my colleagues. After that, we have Dick van Galen from HP, and he's going to present HP's vision on cloud.